If there's one thing you didn't know is that Disney will always find a way to undercut. And what we're talking about today, something that is on the lips of everyone, not only on Twitter, but also in the YouTube sphere. They're talking that Disney has now officially announced a project that they're opening another grand theme park and resort location in Abu Dhabi, which is in the United Arab Emirates. Now, a lot of people have taken to Twitter. A lot of people are happy. A lot of people are just making jokes because that region of the country is not going to do very well whenever it comes to the month of June. So Disney is building a brand new theme park at Abu Dhabi, but isn't spending a dime to build it. And despite what I have seen on the internet, this is actually way more interesting because of the implication. The implication of what this could actually mean. People have been floating this image around. Yes, this is all still concept art because none of it has been built yet, but they have officially announced that they're going to start construction at some point. They don't have a timeline on that yet either. The Walt Disney Company just made a major announcement, but it's not one that will cost them much up front because they're going to the Middle East. Not really great for what's going to happen next month. I mean, obviously it won't be open by next month, but just seeing how, the cultural shift. Every Disney theme park and resort, they do things a little bit different. Some have different rides, some have different attractions and all that kind of stuff. And it basically goes to the audience that they're kowtowing to. But since Abu Dhabi is such like a cultural mishmash, it's almost like a tourist mecca. And yes, I use that word for two reasons. Of course, they're going to try to get in on the action because Abu Dhabi is it's extremely rich people with a lot of rich people going there for tourism to see like the grand structures. They have SeaWorld. They have what is it called? Yas Island. Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of stuff there that constantly gets foot flow and traffic. The United Arab Emirates is extremely rich. I believe it's the richest nation in the world. This marks Disney's seventh global theme park resort, but unlike the company's $60 billion investment plan for its other parks, they're going to build this one in the richest place entirely on someone else because they have confirmed that Miral, the entertainment firm behind Ferrari World is also in Abu Dhabi, and Warner Brothers World, they are footing the bill. They want them to come in there because they know they can suck the teat and milk it out of all the business that comes through that place. And why wouldn't you? I can completely see this, but here's where one of the caveats that I see that I haven't heard anybody talk about. And yes, most of the time when I do these videos, I don't listen to other people's takes. I just give you my own. So sometimes I'm proved completely fucking wrong. And that's totally fine with me. But one of the first thoughts that I had whenever I read this article is that, okay, there are some quid pro quos. Obviously, they're going to have to pay royalties. They're going to have to pay that investment back in order to keep that name and keep it up there and running. But maybe that means that until they can pay back that full investment, they're going to have to kowtow to a bunch of stipulations that Disney has not been doing, at least in America, which means Pride Month is out the window. All this gay shit, it's all out the window. Ain't nobody going to be doing it in Abu Dhabi. They're not going to let that stuff fly. Broken down rides, not going to fly. Broken down rides that haven't even opened yet, even though when they try to open, they constantly have to evacuate people because it doesn't work. You get maybe like one or two fully working rides per day. That stuff is not going to fly. I think they're going to be very harsh and micromanaging with Disney as a whole because Disney isn't paying anything into it. That means no capital expenditure from Disney itself, just royalties once the park opens its gates. Now, obviously, this is going to take quite a while to build. So even though they have announced it, we have concept art, we have blueprints, basically. Things along those lines. The actual construction of it is going to take years. It's a thrilling moment for our company, though, said Disney CEO Bob Iger. First, second, third term. And people complain about Trump wanting a third term, even though he's just joking about it. As we announce plans to build an exciting Disney theme park resort in Abu Dhabi, whose culture is rich with an appreciation of the arts and creativity. Because they're rich. It's rich with all that because they're rich and they want the things that they can sell later to remain rich. But anyway, as our seventh theme park destination, it will rise from this land in spectacular fashion, blending contemporary architecture with cutting edge technology to offer guests deeply immersive entertainment experiences in unique and modern ways. We have heard this before. We have heard this many times. This word salad that's coming out of Bob Iger's mouth. By the way, shout out Elon. Fuck you, Bob. This word salad literally means nothing. This is a PR move. This is a PR statement that has already been pre-written for him. And he's just memorized it so much. Why would you blend contemporary architecture with cutting edge technology? That's what Disney World of the past, of 25 years ago, was doing. But it always remained true to the stories. People go to Disney World to see the world of Walt Disney. Do I have to reiterate that? Walt Disney. We don't want oh my gosh, maybe this clientele is completely different, but I just don't see that happening. Otherwise, you separate yourself from the brand. But let's be honest, they've been doing that for a long freaking time, ever since Michael Eisner was out. Iger confirmed to CNBC that Imagineers are already designing the park. No opening date or window has been revealed, and the move comes on the heels of Disney reporting solid Q2 earnings because of one movie. Great. I applaud you. When it used to be Disney couldn't fail, Renaissance era, couldn't fail and didn't fail. Now they have way more failures than they have successes. One success out of every 30 movies or TV shows is not meaning that's basically how they finagle the numbers to tell you that they had an up quarter, because all their other all their other quarters have been down in the fucking dumpster. I'm not buying a single bit of this. Not whatsoever. Not all the flowery language. And then this is just this article, so I shouldn't roast that. But it just goes on to tell you a little bit more about the people or the company that is footing the bill alongside this. And I almost want to, be a little devious and say, I hope they're doing this in the same way that Universal opened up their parks in the same place in Orlando, so they could be direct competition and they can take every failure that Disney makes, capitalize on it in their own parks while Disney still has to pay them while they take all their customers. That would be absolutely fucking glorious. But will it actually happen? We don't know. I'm just speculating, but this is the news that it has been announced. So what do you guys think about it? I'm surprised I didn't say anything about the Muslim community. You're welcome. This is Multi from Mouth of Multi. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.